go with this for now.
It is the game that marks the start of the second phase of the season. The whole idea of there being two winners in a season may be a concept alien to a lot, but it is a system known for being truly exciting and unpredictable, and every result weighs heavy. For the winners of phase one, victory in phase two would represent total dominance. For the rest, it is a very mouth-watering second bite at the cherry. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Everybody called back to the start line, and we prepare to do it all again.
Well, look, Peter, some will find the whole idea of having two champions over the course of the season a little bizarre, but it has its benefits. The way each season comes in short bursts makes the playing field pretty much level for everyone, and making it less likely for somebody to walk away with the title. I hope there's a closeness about how it all works out, because that's what generates excitement and gets everyone talking.
Got things on the way. It's a loose ball. All the way back, and they start again. Forward it goes. Adebayor pushes it out wide. Timely intervention. That's gone a long way up and away. And it's Ben Yedder. Dinks one in. It's a brilliant interception. And out to safety.
Exactly wanting to kick it, but whatever.
More than happy to take the muscular approach.
Adebayor, go on.
And it's hoisted clear.
Oh my god, what is going... Wow.
Rio Negro Aguilas are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it. Yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
Now it's Adebayor. And it's Ben Yedder. Can he put it away?
Oh, not bad shot by Lopez.
Play forward. Adebayor. And the shot!
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh, he couldn't get hold of it. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And the counter is on. And it's Adebayor. Well positioned to make that interception.
Close him down, man. My god.
Well, He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Adebayor clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that's left him on the seat of his pants. No foul,
Tackle.
says the referee. Ben Yedder.
Okay,
Adebayor
no.
plays it out to the flank. Shoots!
Ooh, it's
He's
close.
there to make a great save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Turns and going for goal!
Ooh, what a goal! What a goal!
Breakthrough strike.
Ben Yedder, 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 Ben
And that is
Yedder.
about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
That was a shot and a half though, my god.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Adebayor
Go
looking
on,
for space
Keno.
out wide. Adebayor.
Oh, come on.
Tries to get it
Terrible.
forward quickly.
Oh, got, okay.
Hardly anything between the sides. And the score is 1-0. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Away from immediate danger.
Header. Oh, but Adebayor, come on.
Boots it to safety. Adebayor.
Oh, you sausage.
And he's straight offside.
Adebayor probably knew he was off, as his sheepish glance suggests.
Aimed long and direct. Tries to get it forward quickly. Out wide to the right. Aimed long and direct. Now a chance to break.
Nope.
He's made certain that won't get through.
Oh, come on. Tackle.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Oh, ball.
Played back in.
Taxi Lopez.
He's left his man. He's
Adebayor! Emmanuel Adebayor!
And there's the goal they've been looking for. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish,
Adebayor!
but
I
we have
said
to credit the pass to pick it out.
Adebayor!
So that's... And the first half is done. To look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
No.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Boyaca
to Adebayor.
looking to get on the end of this.
Maxi Lopez.
That's a hit! Looking to break out here. It was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening.
Okay, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to actually someone actually run up there. Run. If I run, it would be nice.
Keeper's got good distance on that. He's got options out wide. Adebayor, a scorer already in the game. Well, they could break here.
Okay, you're not going to make a run. Are you kidding me?
He's happy to keep going. Adebayor. Oh, great ball! Knocks it away.
That's it.
Throw in. Oh, real chance!
Good defending.
Rio Negro Aguilas keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Come on, Adebayor. Oh my God.
Looks to clip it forward. Squeeze it out of harm's way. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Adebayor is being picked on here.
Yeah, and if he's denied a chance to make the ball stick, Peter, the threat is obviously minimised.
Caligiuri. Boyaca. Has a hit!
Adebayor. No, deflected. You're lucky.
It's Adebayor. Now it's Adebayor.
Maxi Lopez. Blocked again.
Managed to get it away.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Oh, come on.
That's a throw.
That's it.
Out in the nick of time. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Adebayor played into space out wide. Looking to shoot.
Maxi Lopez.
Oh,
Maxi Lopez. Maxi Lopez. It is Maxi Lopez.
He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played,
Jam
Peter,
off,
and it made the
Chico
finish look
on.
that bit easier.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. 3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. A throw in. Rio Negro Aguilas making consecutive changes here. He goes long. Hits one!
Oh, wow.
Hits them all! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high
That was
and wide
unexpected.
because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every
off.
day.
Andre Gomez on.
The changes then in quick succession. He's one of their own, a first-team debut for a youth team graduate. So is this the start of a comeback?
Adebayor is slow.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Gomez
Offside.
is flagged offside.
Oh, it would have been
Oh, way
fabulous had the
outside.
timing matched the pass. Pity.
That's a foul. Free kick's been
Okay.
given.
What? Yeah.
We sit high.
Oh my-
defended.
oh
That
my
had to be
lord.
done. Adebayor. Gomez going through. Beautifully done. He's in, surely. Now it's Adebayor.
Why would
Red,
you,
he's
why?
sorted that
Why?
out. Get that clear. Who's ball? Who's going to get that?
Oh.
Now it's Adebayor. He's got away. Adebayor. Shot a goal!
Oh, corner.
He's got away with one there. Towering header!
Oh,
Surely!
corner again.
Just off target. Danger averted for now. It's Caligiuri.
Oh, what the hell was that?
Caligiuri. So that's it. It is all over. So they bask in their win. A genuinely professional performance and a result which is well deserved. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, this is a team that doesn't look as if it's daunted away from home. They were organised and determined, and they can surprise again if that standard is maintained.
So that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and good afternoon all.
Good start, I guess. Ooh. What are you? No. You can play pretty much almost anywhere as well, which is weird. Oh. I didn't even know this. Nah. William. Defender Anyone else? Nope. Excuse me. Oh, that's horrible.
So perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful yellow sunshine. These are conditions for the beautiful game. At least that is how it should be. The backdrop could not be any more idyllic. The players are with us now. The crowd is in good number and in shirt-sleeve order. It is lovely to be able to breathe fresh air without having to wrap oneself up to the gills, and simply to turn up and to enjoy a match that matters to so many. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. And it does appear that they are lining up, Jim, in a 5-4-1 formation.
Conservatism would appear to be at play, Peter. However, we don't quite know what their motives are just yet. It could well be as it looks, but it might also be a way of deceiving the opposition into thinking that they're just going to sit back and then hope to produce an aggressive counter-attack or two. This system can accommodate that, and I certainly hope we're going to get something positive in response, and it's not going to be all defence.
The action has already started. Well, both teams have made a perfect start to the season, which certainly adds to the prospect here. Dashing forward at pace. Out wide to the right. Laid back in. It is a corner.
Not quite.
Out of play for a goal kick. He's on the move, and he's going to have to go it alone. That's sprayed out wide. Cuts it out. Deportivo Pasto are playing with a... Has a hit!
Wow, what was that? What even was that?
And however many surrounded him, that is what he can do.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a needle the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't.
That was horrid.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Going through. Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be. And it's Ben Yedder. Tries to stroke it through. Is it in? Just took too long getting forward.
Oh, Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Pushes it out wide, dinks one in. Decent looking ball. Ben Yedder goes for it!
Ooh. Not a bad idea.
Great save.
Ben Yedder
Really
must have
see that
felt
ball
he had the
should've-
measure of the keeper then,
should've got there
but how
quicker.
wrong he was.
Oh, that's way too hard.
Tries one!
Ooh. Another corner.
Boots it to safety. Ben Yedder. And that has been clubbed away. Aimed long and direct. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Oh, great defending, that needed doing.
Well, thank you.
And he's going long.
That's the
Surely he
first.
scores.
Ooh.
Well played. He's taken that really
I shall allow
cleanly.
it, just about. Just about because do not make that a foul.
Ben Yedder.
Oh, come on.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That's been won straight back. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Okie
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Shoots!
Oh, good hands. Good hands by the keeper.
Good challenge. He just stood firm. And it's Ben Yedder. Get the better of his opposite number. And it's Ben Yedder. Played out to the right. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
What is going on? We've got so many guys back. It's just a mess of people in the defensive area. Oh,
And he heaves it forward.
damn. Yeah, not
Whistle
bad.
goes for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with their first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So off we go once more. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Try as they might, they just couldn't get into an attacking area. Gets wrestled off the ball.
Oh my god, freaking someone close him down.
Nice to get it forward quickly. He's got options out wide. That'll be a throw. It's anyone's ball. Boyaca. And he's whipped it in low.
My god.
Built just a single goal between the sides. Plays it out to the flank.
Seriously?
Crunching tackle. And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking
Oh my,
his head.
okay.
Forward it goes. No, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Boyaca. Plays it out to the wing. Looks to clip it forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Boyaca, he's in, surely, can he put it away? He scores! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish.
Gomez on, Boyaca.
Stunning breakaway.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. He's played him through. Chance to break.
Okay.
Has he picked him out?
Really?
Puts it back. Hoists it high. It's a promising ball. And a
William,
shot!
not quite. Okay, just don't get the ball then.
Deportivo Pasto have plenty in the middle.
They've planned to defend the aerial route and will do so with numbers.
Out wide to the right. Gets into some space. He slid it through.
Ooh.
Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Got the ball glued to his feet. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence
Really?
like that. Yes, he is offside.
Not really.
We have got changes here from both
Katsayev
sides, in
off,
fact.
Chico
Well,
off.
for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Fine defending there. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Lobs it in gently.
Come on.
Back to the keeper. Gets it upfield. Oh, well intercepted. Really alert to the danger.
Okay.
And that is that.
Very good.
Decent win via a very competent performance. Without doubt, they were
Could
the
be
better
worse.
side, and the result reflects as much. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, looking back on this, the early goal had a big influence on what unfolded and allowed them to dictate with comfort.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time.
Excuse me. Put sauce first. Jesus Christ. Yellow going up again. Yeah. Okay, cool. You haven't really got much going for you, right back. 72. Right away was good.
So perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful yellow sunshine. These are conditions for the beautiful game. At least that is how it should be. The backdrop could not be any more idyllic. The players are with us now. The crowd is in good number and in shirt-sleeve order. It is lovely to be able to breathe fresh air without having to wrap oneself up to the gills, and simply to turn up and to enjoy a match that matters to so many. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
There's the whistle. Adebayor has it out wide and in space. Has a swing.
Oh, good start.
There it is! And the game springs instantly to life.
An exhibition in how to finish with a minimum of fuss.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Kuibashi. Kuibashi is charging up on the overlap. Massively! Good delivery, but no joy.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Can't get the better of his opposite number. Forward it goes. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do.
Why?
Nice to get it forward quickly. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from the forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Oh, the ball's come loose.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Going for goal!
Oh, come on.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think this is a case of anything you can do, we can do too. I mean, they're matching each other like for like here.
Lovely bit of skill. So who's he picking out? Plays it out to the flank. Adebayor has a goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Can he dig out a shot? Adebayor chooses to go back. And that has been clubbed away. Is it in?
Oh, good shot.
What
Good goal.
about it?
Very nice.
And they've got their lead back.
Kuzmanovic.
The first touch was absolutely heavenly, and because of it, the finish was a mere formality.
So we have a breakthrough. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Aimed long and direct. Out for a throw. Caligiuri. Caligiuri. Good run. Where to from here? Adebayor. Oh, it's Adebayor. Adebayor decides to play it back. And he's cut it out.
No, good idea. Not a good idea at all.
Battles to win it back.
Ah, come on.
He's pulled him up for that challenge. Up he gets! It's gone a long way up and away. Swept in.
Keep up. Okay.
A real chance to break.
Damn it.
Over to the left. He slid it through. Forward it goes. Adebayor.
Caligiuri.
Caligiuri has a pop.
Oh, numbers in the middle though.
Danger averted for now. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Well, that's where he wants it. They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Floats one over. Chance to shoot. Adebayor. He's had a
Oh,
goal.
what a move.
They've scored.
What a move by Adebayor. My lord.
And this is getting better and
Adi,
better.
Adebayor.
Yeah, looking back at
Adebayor.
that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Oh, that's actually a disgusting goal. My god.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Pete.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back
Ow.
for that one.
That looked painful.
the shot!
Ah.
That's it for the first half. A breathless ending.
Well, I would think this one is possibly over as a contest. They know they've already reached cruise control, and it's a case of the right game management to take it from here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. So off we go once more. Well, we both had changed to either side during the break. Gets into some space. Going through. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Great ball, now the shot. Looking to shoot.
Oh, how?
It's a goal!
Damn, that's annoying.
The second half off to a spectacular start.
That is actually annoying.
Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Big chance. Shoots!
Kuzamanovic. And that makes free.
Thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Look, it's a whole different ball game now, Peter, and it's a test of how they manage affairs from here.
What a throw in. Throw in. Good steal.
Ow.
Just read it.
He just ran into
So
me.
we've reached the hour mark. Well, it's normally around now that the managers think about making changes.
Come on.
The ball is out of play. Time for a change in personnel. Now can he finish?
No, he cannot.
Aimed long and direct. Back into the middle. Chance to break. Cuts it out. Looks to thread it through. Caligiuri drills one and the finish.
Good defending.
Get that clear.
No bad shot. Come on, man. What the hell was that?
It's got through to him. He's had a shot.
Ooh, that was close.
Great ball to play him in, but he will be gutted to miss that.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Alright, didn't even get the ball. Whatever.
Plays it out to the wing. Fires it in, goes for goal!
Seriously?
Sticks it away!
Ah, come on.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
There is some activity down on the touchline. Seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Checks on the touchline. A change.
I didn't remember what it was going on.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Knocks it away.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And he has been fouled there.
Question is, why are you doing it? There's actually no need for it.
There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. This is coming thick and fast. It's another nil.
Oh!
Should have put that one away.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
Is it out of harm's way?
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Out to the left it goes.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Oh, come on, man. What the hell?
Put away possession cheaply.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they
I
just
swear to
need
God,
to
what did
manage
he
this
do?
to secure the win now.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing.
What the hell?
Very well to intervene. Back to the keeper. And
Okay.
that's it. Whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch. Just one between them. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, if ever there was a good
That game was getting
football
dumb.
match, that was it. First minutes, first shot, first goal, and it set them up.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you.
That game was getting dumb.
First minutes, first shot, first goal, and it set them up.
Thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you.
The international team's not there. Dude, we ain't gonna get. Oh, for God's sake. Are we? Nah, I'm gonna focus on literally nothing but the league. Dalglish. 83. Jesus Christ, he's gone down a bit. Oh, that's a shit team. How has Dalglish gone down by that much? You haven't got a kit? Oh, you do. Right, you got an 87 centre back. Jesus Christ. They're putting. Okay, that's just dumb. No, how you slice it, that's dumb. That Salah's literally just not even at his best position. McAloon, Jermaine Defoe. So come was it? I guess. Wow, they have not. They have completely shafted Ortega in the England squad now. That's jokes. No, oh my god. Seriously, stop. Wow, they have not. They have completely shafted Ortega. That's jokes. No, oh my god. Seriously, stop. 85. Oh, well. Fabregas has gone to Roma. Okay. Wow, they got rid of Gomez quick. Jesus. Wow, they got rid of Gomez quick. Jesus. Can't believe they got rid of Ben Arthur as well. Jesus Christ. Hmm. Interesting. I never got this guy. Wow, you all got okay. You know what? Everyone's saying he's gone down. I feel we need another keeper. Why we only got 2 keepers? Oh, that's for another day.
Well, we have the most perfect day for you. A warm hello in every sense of the word. The sun is out and football has a special place on this most idyllic of days. A fixture ahead of us to which we've all been looking forward for so very, very long, and it means so very, very much. The scene could not be more beautiful. The pitch looks terrific. The players are ready to get started, and we cannot wait for the contest that lies ahead. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Jaguares de Cordoba have opted for a 4-5-1 formation, it appears, Jim.
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where Yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball, and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. We often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just extremely flexible with all the numbers I've mentioned.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Out to the left it goes. It's a loose ball. No question that's a foul. Picked out, just needed a better finish.
Look, there'll be no complaints at all with quick service like that. It's so difficult to defend when the ball comes in so swiftly. But you can't question the finishing in this instance. I think, though, there's enough grounds for them to keep working at it.
He's got it, shoots! And he's done it! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Rotan. Rotan floats one over. Fires it in low. And he heaves it forward. Ben Yedder. Brings it forward. And it's Schlupp. Ben Yedder.
Oh, Sutton, come on.
Offside. Yep, looks it.
He may have been caught offside, but Sutton may have been born offside, but he'll continue playing on the shoulder of the last defender, I can tell you.
Gets it upfield.
Well, it's a crossing feast here, but I'd advise them to keep a variety in their play to avoid being found out and stopped.
Nobody's going to argue with that. That's been one straight back. Shot at goal! It's anyone could fall kindly. Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Great leap! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Battles to win it back. Played out to the right. Has he picked him out? Schlupp.
Oh, terrible, terrible.
Goalkeepers to play. Rotan goes looking. Just brushed off the ball there. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Schlupp. forward. What does he try from here? Good challenge, he just stood firm. Over to the left. Decent ball. Knocks it away.
This team is just reckless.
It could be in here. Nicely measured pass. And the finish!
Sutton, oh my god, you are terrible.
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looks the harder thing to do.
Really good feet. Gets good distance on it. Boyaca breaks on here.
Good ball.
Caligiuri, he's left his man.
Okay, why would you pass there?
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Caligiuri plays it out to the wing. And it's Caligiuri.
Sutton really has upped his game in recent weeks.
Do you think so?
Well, you only have to look at the confidence in everything he's doing. His conditioning looks great again, and I think that's made him extra mobile.
Forward it goes. Boyaca. Chance to break.
Nope, terrible.
Cuts it out. There has been just the early goal here, and the score is 1-0. Zappacosta demonstrating fabulous determination. He just will not be beaten.
Oh, that's terrible.
They've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Schlupp. And shoots!
Boyaca, Boyaca. From comfort.
Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space.
We hit half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. If you're just back from your break, you missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Schlupp. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Ball is over the line. Big chance, hits one! Back of the net! And the second half is off to a flyer!
An exhibition in how to finish with a minimum of fuss.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient
been trying to level things up.
Oh, it's Ben Yedder, swept in, and he has been fouled there. Tries to get it forward quickly. Schlupp with a delicate ball. Going through. Has a hit! It's in!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
He's got options out wide. Can he finish? He's missed, but not by that far.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Aimed low and direct. Jaguares de Cordoba are keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Oh, it's opened up nicely. Can he score? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. I've got changes here from both sides, in fact. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. And it's been taken straight back. Schlupp, and here's the chance to counter. Danger averted for now. Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? Schlupp has created one goal already. Looking to break out here. Oh, he's in! Looking to shoot! It's there! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Jaguares de Cordoba get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so...
Rotan is holding his leg there, a worrying sign.
Yeah, maybe a touch of cramp, Peter. Hopefully nothing more serious than that.
He's going to continue, it seems, albeit a little gingerly. It's got through, and he's had a shot! Really well taken goal. His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. That has changed the dynamic somewhat. Has gone out. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
I think it's great to see that kind of...
Just the keeper to beat! Is it in? Oh, how's that for a goal? He's got himself a peach of a goal! And they are cruising away.
Oh, it's lovely to see the art of disguise alive and well, but the keeper straight into no man's land.
So now the difference is 3.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Rotan. That had to be more accurate. He's got away. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Tries to get it forward quickly. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. Zappacosta doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And the shot! They've scored!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. They really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So is this the start of a comeback? Coached through there. He's left his man. Hits one! He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Zappacosta gets it back. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A decent win via a very competent performance. Without doubt, they were the better side, and the result reflects as much. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
So before we go, many thanks to Jim Beglin for his input, and from us both, good afternoon. so, perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful yellow sunshine. These are conditions for the beautiful game. At least that is how it should be. The backdrop could not be any more idyllic. The players are with us now. The crowd is in good number and in shirt-sleeve order. It is lovely to be able to breathe fresh air without having to wrap oneself up to the gills, and simply to turn up and to enjoy a match that matters to so many. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Bucaramanga are a team that is struggling right now. They have been on a serious losing streak coming up to this.
They're actually making life quite depressing for themselves and their support. Those losses smacks of a deeper-rooted problem that doesn't look like it'll be fixed anytime soon, Peter. The club psychologist appears to be their hardest worker right now, and he must be urging togetherness and teamwork however he spins it, and they really need him to get it right for starters.
And already we're underway here. The accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Aimed long and direct. Tried to play it through.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
The referee's awarded a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Throw in. Steered forward. That's a decent ball. Now it's Adebayor. Tries to stroke it through, and a shot! And the ball's come out! Bucaramanga seek a performance here which reflects rather better on the boss. He's taken a fair amount of criticism in the wake of the last game.
Look, some of the scrutiny is a bit over the...
Has a pop! It's in!
Well, those two have a lovely understanding, and they executed the 1-2 impeccably to set up the goal.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Pinged forward, and now the breakaway. That'll be a throw-in. throw-in. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Aimed long and direct. Adebayor. Danger averted for now. That intervention was very necessary. Swept in. Boots it to safety. Tries to get it forward quickly. Get a throw in. Be a throw-in. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Forward it goes. Just brushed off the ball there. Now it's Adebayor. Adebayor plays it out to the wing with a delicate ball. Now the ball's come loose and the chase is on. He slid it, shot at goal! Decent enough try.
We're talking fine margins, very fine margins.
He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Adebayor gets flagged offside. That'll be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. Some first-half thoughts?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. And that has been clubbed away. Really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Breaks on here. Can he score? Back of the net! A Two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Chance! Gets good distance on it. Tries to get it forward quickly. Just about up to the hour now. Well, it's normally around now that the managers think about making changes. Drills one in. Is it in? They are rampant! And surely that settles it. Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Bucaramanga are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Ball's gone out of play. Lobs it in gently. He's got options out wide. Adebayor.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Shoots! Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, their position is a dominant one now, Peter, so introducing one of the youngsters for some added experience is bang on.
Adebayor. And now they can launch a counter. He's picked him out. Now it's Adebayor. He's left his back. He's had a shot! It's a goal! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Bucaramanga making another change here.
Well, no question now as to who is in control.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Forward it goes. Oh, that is lovely footwork. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking. Some of them aren't happy with that challenge and they're getting involved. Steady. And it's hoisted clear. Timely intervention. Ball's loose, who's getting there? It's a good-looking cross. And he just whacks it away. Adebayor.
Well, no, that is pretty much the end of that.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Swept in. And he's there to hoof it away. Aimed long and direct. A real chance. Just the keeper to beat! And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be. Now a chance to break. Now it's Adebayor. Goalkeeper's ball. It's a loose ball. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And it's got through. It's gone out for a throw-in. And that's that. A demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. Would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Look, we saw some textbook football from wide areas that continued to produce expansive attacking play that was ultimately too hard to handle. They were simply too good in the wide areas. This is a performance that hasn't just got my approval. Listen.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make it terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Adebayor. He's got it, and he's got big chance! He's delivered all right!
And what a great way to start the game, to spark the game. I mean, the captain has basically triggered a contest that should be even livelier than we anticipated. Get your seatbelts on, this could be rather exciting. Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. They really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Looking to break out here. Aimed long and direct. Baragan can hoist it clear. And it's hoisted clear. Dinks one in. And he heaves it forward. Tries to get it forward quickly. Now it's Adebayor. Fires it in low. Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? And it's Ben Yedder. Out to the left it goes. Caligiuri. There's no flag. And that's been well dealt with. And it's been taken straight back. And he's straight offside.
Look, he just has to read the situation quicker if he hopes to conquer that.
Forward it goes. Drills one in. Danger averted for now. Aimed long and direct. Room for a shot. Crosses it in low. Can he finish? Tries to get it forward quickly. Adebayor tries to stroke it through. And he's whipped it in low. Timely intervention. Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
Oh, it's terribly unfortunate for them, and maybe we can attribute that to a loss of focus.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
He's played him through. A chance! Adebayor showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Caligiuri. He's had a go! And it's there! And already they're looking to run away with it.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Ben Yedder. And it's Ben Yedder. And he's there to cut it out. You can get that clear. Made certain that won't get through. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And it's Piccini. Ball is over the line. Caligiuri. And it's Ben Yedder. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Aimed long and direct. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
Peter, do I really need to say anything, or can I simply refer you to the scoreline?
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. Second half gets underway. Battles to win it back. Adebayor. Atlético Nacional were grateful to the genius of their manager last time round.
Well, Peter, he was lauded by the media, and quite rightly too. I think what he did was clever and decisive, and it just goes to show how tactically astute he is.
Danger averted for now. That'll be a throw. It's gone a long way up and away. Brings it forward. It's the throw. It's anyone's ball. Forward it goes. Dashing forward at pace. Oh, good interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Going through, he slid it through, knocks it away. Piccini. Looking to force his way through. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He's had a crack. It is a fantastic goal. He's got himself a peach of a goal. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. Dispatched expertly, nicely done. So is this the start of a comeback? Caligiuri. And it's Caligiuri. He's got through. Chance! Shoots! It's broken loose. And he's there to hoof it away. Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Gomez. And that's been leave it. Shakes the shoot. Saved only by poor finishing.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. And it's Piccini. It's a loose ball. That's been won straight back. And a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Atlético Nacional making consecutive changes here. Towering header! Oh, taken with style! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Atletico Nacional get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Barragan.
Hits one! Should have equalised.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Gets it back.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And it's hoisted clear.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
It's by no means guaranteed just yet. He's gone for it! Big relief, it just needed better contact. So, the manager making the last of his changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Surely this will be the last chance. He's got away.
Atletico Nacional need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
This is promising. Gomez tries to get it forward quickly. He's left his man. He's going for goal. In it goes. And that should do it. Within sight of the finish line. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So they bask in their win. A